Hi Lafayette, I'm Fritz Sprague, your city administrator. This year has challenged all of us in some way. Despite starting the year with the tragic Marshall Fire, the past 12 months have seen lesser COVID impacts and a return to some normal routines in our lives. During these times, our community has shown amazing resiliency that reflects the fabric of our community. And this is how we tell each other who we are. These lessons learned have better prepared us for what the future may bring. Much of this year has involved charting our course and building momentum for things on our horizon. We'll continue our efforts to provide you, our residents, the precious resource of water for our future. We're nearing completion of the city's first ever multimodal transportation plan and taking a broad look at housing and economic development in our community. We're working on our first library and cultural arts plan and will be launching the city's first Xeriscape initiative. Stay tuned for that exciting project aimed at conserving water at city facilities. Please join me in taking a look back at progresses and successes from this past year.
Challenging climate change conditions and regional drought concerns led the city to expand our year-round water conservation efforts in June to include a 3-day-per-week irrigation restriction. Conserving limited regional water supplies can only be addressed as a collective effort. As residents are asked to curb outdoor water use, the city also made adjustments and are planning new xeric landscapes to re-envision what municipal landscapes look like. Utility rates are being carefully assessed through a strategic study currently in progress. These fee structures take into account expensive construction projects, like the wastewater treatment plant expansion, while fairly charging high outdoor water users, protecting vulnerable populations, encouraging conservation, and aligning efforts with community values. Citywide vision and large-scale projects require a thorough understanding of broad issues, which is why the city committed to a number of plans and studies in 2022. The Legacy Lafayette Comprehensive Plan marks a major milestone in Lafayette's planning history. The city partnered with the community for over 2 years to develop a refreshed vision that charts out our innovative approaches to guide the city's new and redevelopment strategies, building requirements, and policies. The plan is a document guiding other endeavors such as the Multimodal Transportation Plan and the Building Code Update. In 2022, the Multimodal Transportation Plan compiled existing condition assessments and community input to begin the process of developing recommendations and prioritization. The project team is considering walking, biking, transit, and driving modes to identify near and long-term actions to preserve and improve the Lafayette transportation system. Over the next several years, the city will incur major water utility expenditures, including the Goosehaven Reservoir Complex expansion, debt service payments for the Windy Gap Firming and Northern Integrated Supply projects, a wastewater treatment plant expansion, and a reuse pipeline construction project. A comprehensive utility rate and fee study is underway. The results of this study will provide a more complete understanding of ongoing funding needs and identify strategies to close anticipated gaps between current utility revenues and projected future expenses. The Library and Arts Cultural Resources departments are currently conducting a strategic planning process to identify near and longer-term opportunities, priorities, and goals for their work. This study is designed to help the city better understand what issues are most important to Lafayette residents and better determine priorities and future direction. As urban growth and recreational pressures increase in and around our region, the city is developing a long-term plan to guide the preservation of local wildlife and their ecosystems for future generations. This strategic plan launched at the end of November. The city's strategic vision is for Lafayette residents of all backgrounds and incomes to live, work, and thrive close to home. This plan will create a solid base for developing a more resilient, sustainable, and vibrant economy. The city's strategic vision is for Lafayette residents of all backgrounds and incomes to live, work, and thrive close to home. Economy and housing topics are linked together in many ways, with decisions about one often impacting the other. Combining these two themes in the Housing and Economic Development Strategic Plan is helping ensure that Lafayette has a more cohesive plan with solid foundations and complementary strategies. In addition to developing a better understanding of our local economy through a strategic plan, the city is supporting our shops and restaurants in additional ways. While the country has been moving into more economically challenging times, the businesses in Lafayette are operating at a healthy tempo. The city saw an increase in sales tax revenue from both large and small businesses in 2022. The Lafayette Urban Renewal Authority, or LURA, formed a partnership with the Small Business Development Center to provide support to business owners through dedicated outreach and marketing activities, one-on-one consulting services, and educational workshop events. LURA is also helping to fund businesses' pursuits through building facade and expansion grants. Another aspect to acknowledge is the clear appreciation Lafayette residents maintain for our local economy through their patronage. The city enjoys a robust mix of retail, restaurants, and services due to the ongoing support of shopping locally. Lafayette's attentiveness to regional employment opportunities has resulted in the 42-acre Medtronic campus located south of the city on Highway 287. This global medical research and development company will provide jobs for over 1,000 people and economic stimulus for the local economy.
Hello Lafayette, I'm Mayor J.D. Monget. I've been honored to serve on the City Council since 2018 and as your mayor since December of 2021. I too continue to be inspired by Lafayette's spirit and resiliency. It was refreshing to welcome back our beloved community events this year and introduce some new ones, like Earth Day Every Day and Ecotober. These new celebrations highlight our community's environmental dedication. In line with these sustainability priorities, I'm excited to see the success of our 3-cart waste, recycling, and compost program expansion. The inclusion of additional Lafayette neighborhoods this year and next will have a positive impact on our local and regional environment. Part of our community's resiliency also includes the care we have for one another. In 2021, voters wholeheartedly passed the Public Safety and Mental Health and Human Services ballot initiatives. 2022 saw the implementation of our Mental Health Co-Responder program that places licensed clinicians on police calls involving behavioral health issues to minimize violence, arrests, the use of jails, and provide help to support victims. Our designation in 2022 as one of Money Magazine's top 50 best places to live is just one indication that Lafayette is a place where people feel they belong. Thank you for helping us preserve our small town vibe as we've worked to build an inclusive community and an amazing place to live for our residents.